Let us start with the new topic of this chapter, resource and development, that is land use pattern India. We need to understand how the land is used in India, that is land use pattern. So we have understood different types of land, yeah, the categories of different land. Now we will try to understand which categories and where it is used. The use of land is determined both by, now there are two characteristics on the basis of which we will decide or we can understand the use of land. One is physical features. Physical features such as topography, means natural and man-made things in that area. Climate of that area, means the climate of the land where it prevails. Type of soil, that comes in physical factors. Then another factor of this is human factors such as population density, how much population per land is there. Technological capability, means what is the percentage or rate of technological availability over there, technology available over there. Cultural and traditions, etc. So broadly the use of land pattern in India is divided into two categories: physical factors and human factors. Now we know that the total geographical area of India is 3.28 million square kilometer land use data which is available. However, it is available only for 93% of the total area. So whatever area we are having it, out of that only 93% data we are having it. The reason behind is that because the land use reporting for most of the northeast state, like we know there are seven sisters, we have named them as the seven sisters, seven states in the northeastern part. Only the calculation of land is done for Assam, has not been, except Assam has not been done fully, means for Assam they have done it fully, but other states in northeast they have hardly done anything. Maybe there are many obstacles over there. Land routes are not developed, they are mostly mountainous, the areas are not easily accessible, yeah. Moreover, some areas of Jammu and Kashmir occupied by Pakistan and China have not been surveyed. We are not able to survey the areas which are occupied by Pakistan and China, yeah. So these are the certain few reasons which only give us the data about 93%. Now let's move on to next point. In this we'll continue with this. These are the pie chart given. This we'll continue afterwards. Let's continue about this. Okay, now the land under permanent pastures have also decreased. We have understood what is permanent pasture. These are created for the grazing of the cattle, because in India, besides agriculture, animal husbandry and dairy farming is really important for the grazing of that, and even for the animals which are left free, yeah. So has been decreased. Now there are certain reason of decreasing this pastures. Maybe less, some are natural reason like less rainfall, some are man-made reason, they have occupied that land to construct or for their personal consumption. How we are able to feed our huge cattle population on this pasture land, and what are the consequences of it? Most of the other than the current fallow lands. Now we have understood current fallow lands means land which are used now for the sowing are either of poor quality, maybe not good minerals naturally, or maybe they are overused, so the fertility of land has been reduced. Poor quality, or the cost of cultivation of such land is very high. Maybe they are in areas where we need to put lot of money or invest lot of money for cultivation, like irrigation facilities, or need to get seeds from a very far area. Labor is less, machineries are too costly, yeah. So very high cost of, definitely if it is high cost of cultivation, it's difficult for the farmers. Hence these lands are cultivated once or twice in about 2 to 3 years, and if these are included in the net sown area, then the percentage of NSA, that is net sown area in India, comes to 54% of the total reporting area. So whatever is the net sown area means area from where you do the agriculture, yeah. But due to all these reasons, if these areas are sown only once in 2 years or twice in 3 years, definitely the percentage of net sown area will be reduced. The pattern of net zone area varies greatly from the state to state, depending upon their geographical conditions. It is over 80% of the total area in Punjab and Haryana because the facilities of agriculture is really good over there, and less than 10% in Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Manipur, and Andaman Nicobar Islands. Yeah, these are certain reasons why we are not able to develop, because these are far away. Technology has not developed. People are not able to get even the basic requirement for agriculture. Forest area in the country is far lower than the desired 33% of the geographical area as it was outlined in the National Forest Policy. So in the National Forest Policy, it was given that total whatever area we are having, 33% should be forest. But at the current situation, we are having a very low percentage than that. Now, what is the effect if the percentage of forest area is low? It was considered essential for maintenance of the ecological balance. Forests are required for the ecological balance, means balance between the living creatures, yeah, because we survive around the nature only. The livelihood of millions of people who live on the fringes of these forests depends on, fringes means boundaries of these forests depends on, because they use forest product for their livelihood, either to consume directly or to produce things made out of them, or to sell the things which can be created, or they get it from the forest only. So if the percentage of forest is reduced, the life of the people, those who are living over there, it's really difficult for them to survive. A part of the land is termed as a wasteland, and the land put to other non-agriculture uses. Wasteland includes rocky, arid and desert areas where agriculture is not possible, or nor it can be used for non-agriculture process, means building of infrastructure, road, irrigation project, these are all not possible at all, so they cannot be used in any circumstances. And put to other non-agriculture uses include settlements. We need land for our own settlements, means infrastructure, means residential purposes, commercial purposes, roads, railways, industries, etc. Continuous use of land over a long period of time without taking appropriate measure to conserve and manage it has resulted in land degradation. So we are using it continuously, and we are not taking the care of to manage and conserve it, so it results in land degradation, means somehow the quality of the land is getting worse day by day, whether it is agricultural purposes or it is some other purposes. Yeah, so somehow the quality of land is decreasing day by day, and we know the replenishment of land is a natural process. It takes a long term, thus in turn has serious repercussions on the society and environment. It is giving serious results to the society and environment.